Hey loves, this is Bobby, and I thought I would do the Booktube Newbie Tag. I didn't know this was a thing, so that's why this wasn't my first video or even second video, but hey, I'm always late to the party, so why should I stop now? Basically, this is just 7 questions to kind of get to know me and for me to talk about, my channel and what I'd like to do. Seeing as I don't even know what I want to do with this, this will be a learning experience for us both. So I'll just get started. Number 1 is, why did you make a booktube? I think like most people right now, I have a lot of extra time on my hands, and I recently really discovered the booktube community, and it just seemed like a lot of fun to do. I didn't even know this was, booktube was really such a big thing, and I am so mad that I didn't find out about it sooner. So just being able to, talk about books seems like so much fun. And I got into Booktube when I did the Owl's Magical Readathon, and then I'm taking part in the Make Your Myth Taker Readathon. I'll post the link to that one down below. I did a video all dressed up and stuff, and I had so much fun doing it that I decided, like, hey, let's kind of give this a real shot. So that's kind of why. Number 2 is, what is something fun or unique or new that you feel like you could bring to Booktube? I have no idea at all. Just kind of, like I said, I'm so new to the community. Just kind of learning about it right now is just kind of like, wow, like I can't get over how absolutely creative people are. Like I said, my way into this community was through the readathons, and just seeing what people are coming up for just readathons alone is just absolutely insane. And I don't know. My book taste, genre wise, is kind of all over the place. Horror and fantasy are my absolute favorites. I absolutely love comic books and graphic novels. I read a lot of LGBT. So just kind of, I guess, maybe taste, but even then I feel like it's kind of covered all over the place. If anything, the fact that my hair will be different pretty much every video, and my glasses maybe. But so style maybe, but I don't know. So number 3 is, what are you most excited about with your channel? Being able to talk about books. I've never really had that. I'm in a few Facebook groups where we talk about books, but as a whole, it's really hard, and there's so many people that, your posts can get kind of buried. And then the fantasy group that I'm in, that one's very in waves on what's most popular, and there's a few of the most popular series which I'm not a big fan of. I gave them a shot, wasn't a fan, so it's kind of tiring seeing 50 posts a day about the exact same book, and you can't really search for things otherwise. Like, you can try making posts, which I did with the last book that I read that I absolutely loved, which was The Merciful Crow by Margaret Owen. I absolutely loved everything about this book. I'll probably make another video just kind of gushing about this. But when I tried to post about it, it just didn't have a following with anybody in the group. Everyone wanted to talk about other series. Everyone that did read it and responded, they all absolutely loved it as well. But I just feel like this is my way of being able to just talk more about it. And then I love being able to just look up reviews and stuff for these books that I do love, on Booktube. So I'm really excited to just kind of be a part of this community. I've already started, talking to a few people within the Booktube community, and it's been so much fun already, and I'm excited for that. Number 4 is, why do you love reading? Oh, that is such a loaded question. Reading has been such a huge part of my life for the longest time. As a kid, I did not like reading. I really struggled with reading. Dyslexia runs really heavy in my family, so I always found it really hard for me to get into books as a kid because it just felt like such a chore to try and do it. And then I want to say when I was about maybe the 3rd grade, 2nd or 3rd grade, my grandpa got me the Hooked on Phonics lessons, and after that it helped me so much, and I just entered this world of books, and I love them so much. I love them as an escape, because that is what books are for me. They are my escape from my everyday life, or from you know, the things that are going on, like right now, for instance, everything that's going on in the world, books are still my way of just kind of escaping, and they make me happy. Even if a book is, you know, maybe not the best written, it's still my escape for a little while. I'm not a crier. Like, there's very few books that have ever made me cry. I think it's maybe 3 in my entire life. But even if a book makes me cry, it makes me happy in a sense that something can touch me that way. I've always been huge into books, movies, and TV shows. So, but books were just my way of fully just entering these worlds, and it's yours, and I love that. So yeah. What book series got you into reading? The first book that ever kind of, you know, made me realize that I could love this, even though I read it when I was still really struggling with reading, was Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. This was the very first book I ever read all on my own as a kid, and I still remember to this day the excitement I felt on being able to finish a book by myself without help of anybody. Like, it was just like, I just remember like just the excitement and happiness of it. So this book will always hold such a close, you know, spot in my heart, no matter how old I am. I'll still even reread it from time to time just to kind of dive back in and, you know, remember why I love it so much. The first series I really got into as a kid was once I did get better with my reading with the help of the Hooked on Phonics. My brother was a huge fan of the series, and he owned almost all the books, so they were just accessible to me, and they were the ones, you know, they were there, so I picked them up and I fell in love, especially because horror is my favorite genre. Even as a kid, my dad used to read to us Stephen King. Yeah. So those books were Goosebumps by R.L. Stine. I, to this day, still love these. I just recently reread this one not that long ago. I would like to recollect them because I don't have all of them. I have a few. We still have all of my brothers, but they're like packed away in storage. You know, like, One Day at Horrorland is my absolute favorite, and The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight is another of my favorite. Like, to this day, I think they still hold up as solid just horror books for kids or adults. I find them creepy, as well as the ones with Slappy. They are just Night of the Living Dummy. Oh, to this day, still freak me out. The one with the gnomes, oh my god, those terrified me as a kid. But I loved it, and to this day, I still love it. And this is still, you know, for me, one of the best book-to-screen adaptation when it comes to the TV show. Like, I really wish they would, you know, keep doing stuff like that, because they were amazing and they fit so perfect. And, you know, that was why I think I eased into them so easy, because I loved the show. But yeah, those are the two that just kind of awakened my love for reading. Number 6 is, what question would you like to ask your favorite booktuber? I am so new to the booktube community that I don't really have a favorite. I've found a few that I really do like, but I haven't found like that ultimate favorite. And also, asking people questions is really hard on me. I think that has to do with social anxiety that I have really bad. So I really don't know. So I guess that one's kind of a cop-out of an answer, but eh. And number 7 is, what challenges do you think you will have with your channel? I don't really know, because just the thought of having challenges kind of makes me anxious. I'm doing this for fun. I'm doing this for me, and for me to be able to talk about books. I don't want to put pressure on myself, because as soon as this feels like it's not fun anymore, I don't feel like I'd want to do it anymore. Like, I am just doing this for me and being able to talk about books. If there's any challenges, I guess, would be me being really consistent with uploads, because I get very, I don't want to say manic, but I get very into what I'm doing in the moment. Like, I will want to make, you know, 100 videos, you know, in 2 days. And then after that, it's like, I don't really want to do that anymore. I want to do this. And especially right now with all this free time, I'm kind of bouncing between doing so many things. Like, I picked up gardening. I kill every plant I have ever tried to grow. I mean, I could kill a fake plant. Like, I'm that bad. But I picked up gardening. I have some that are growing right now. But I don't know. Like, I guess just trying to be consistent. But even then, like I said, I'm doing this for me. So that's what I'm gonna stick with. It's just trying to be consistent with everything. But I'm gonna do the best I can. So that is it. Again, this is the Booktube Newbie Tag, and it seemed like a lot of fun to do. I hope you enjoyed this. I had fun, and I realized I really have no idea what I'm doing, but you know what? I'm here to have a good time and just talk about books, and I feel like I'm doing that. So thank you, and happy reading.